All right, YouTube, what is up? We are back with another Swing Notebook series, and we just got back from Florida for the Sea Challenge Cup. We ended up going 2-3 on the weekend, which isn't amazing, but we did end up losing to the team by that won it, Arkansas, that won it by one run. They broke our pitcher's hand. Once they broke our pitcher's hand, it was kind of night and day. It was kind of over. Our pitcher was dicing up this weekend, and he was being a dog up until that incident. They pinch hit somebody that could eat me. He looked like an ogre, and he blew middle with a bat that I would highly doubt passes at about 110 miles an hour. Caught our pitcher in the hand, gave him 5 stitches and a broken finger. And once that happened, it was kind of all downhill from there. But up until that point, we were battling and we were grinding, and it was nice to be outside, even though it was cold as shit there. Yeah, I think the first night of BP, I'm going to show some of the BP swings here. I think it was like 40 degrees when we played. I think it was Thursday morning when we played Indiana. It was cold as shit. It was like 40. Middle of the day on Friday, we got like 60s, and then the rest of the weekend it was terrible as well. But let's get to the swings here. Started off with BP here. We were lacing some balls. Some of these balls were like, if this is my high end swing this year, if this is what my BP looks like this year, I'm telling you, my BP did not look like this last year. These balls were absolutely crucified on the cut swing, right? I was feeling really nice and loose. I was going to go get the ball. I had good launch angle on it. First round of BP, this is the first round here. I was a little off. Like I felt like I was reaching for everything, so I kind of took that second round just to dial in. But we were here the day before. I think just like 10:30 p.m. We played at 10 a.m. the next day, and I was feeling pretty good about the swing and the launch angle and everything going on. But obviously, your BP swing is not necessarily your in-game swing, and we're gonna see some differences here. But this is a good look for what we were going into. Then we got into our game, and dude, I was an idiot. Like it just turned into first pitch swinging like a dumbass the entire time for the whole first game, and kind of our whole team. As you see, we scored 4 runs. I think 5 of our guys got 0 hits. I'm swinging at a pitch that I felt like I had to jump for here. Like, dude, that ball is behind you. I'm literally having to elevate, roll it over. The thing that I didn't miss a lot of barrels this weekend, but the launch angle on everything was just all sorts of jacked up. And you'll see, I first pitch swung pretty much every ball until the third game. Here's a good middle shot here. I was living and dying in the middle. The cut swing was good. I wasn't dipping too much. I was almost over cutting balls all weekend. Hit this ball in the middle. This middle guy makes a good play. I really was trying to get this backside, but saw the pitcher drop into this hole for a little bit and wanted to kind of beat him there. And I mean, if I hit a ball this hard and the middle guy gets me out and makes a play on that's just a sick play by the middle guy. But I felt really good about this hit. Kind of taking the top off the middle here, ripping that ball through, beating him out the first. That was actually a good swing. Felt really confident, did exactly what I wanted with this ball. This is the first pitch of the game. I don't know why these are backwards order. First pitch of the game, felt like I had a good approach. Didn't feel too nervous, just timing of getting the ball where I wanted. I'm trying to elevate this push ball and then just send it to second. I barreled this ball. This ball was hit pretty hard. We have 2 outs already. Our first 2 batters got out. G hit a double. Really just trying to drive them in here and elevate maybe a little bit, which you start to see a little bit of a dip in the swing, but kind of ground out. And we did not start the tournament the way that I wanted to start the tournament. I felt dialed going in, felt really confident in everything that we've been working on and doing. And we started off 1-for-3 and kind of getting crushed by Indiana, which was not the best look in the world. But again, looking back at it, mid-tournament, I realized I was swinging first pitch on everything. I was swinging at bad pitches. It's not necessarily the worst thing in the world if you're swinging out the first pitch of everything if it's a good pitch, but I mean, this pitch was pretty far outside. I had to dip to go get it. I thought I could cut that ball over there. That first pitch was pretty deep on me, and the ground had it out. Started out 1-for-3, got kind of our butts kicked in. Wasn't ideal. Then we get to our Canada game. This one meant much better. I was like, fuck it. I need to stop trying to aim for spots and just hit a ball whole side as hard as possible. And that we did. We roped this ball into the fence for a nice little double here. I think I was trying to hit this out because G missed this right before me. He had been on the whole tournament, and kind of actually turned into felt like I was lead off hitting the entire tournament because he was just crushing the ball, which was I was perfectly all right with. But he had popped up to the infield on this one, trying for a home run. So I'm like, fuck it, this is my shot. Let's blow one out of here. And we did not, but we stroked that ball right off the fence. That one was probably one of my favorite swings of the weekend. That one felt effortless. And I'm really excited to see high level what that looks like towards the end. And then this one was also a really good swing. Again, I need to stop swinging at this pitch. This ball is drifting outside, way outside. I just feel really confident in being able to cut this ball. And this one I cut, but I do get myself in trouble a lot of times this tournament, swinging at this very outside pitch because I see outside, it's usually my swing. But we ended up eking out a double out of this one, kind of crushing that ball over there, rolling through. And I think we ended up actually kind of beating New Mexico pretty bad here. This is another one. So I just got done pushing that ball. I see another outside one. I feel like I can open up and get it, but I don't cut this one. I try to lift this one. And I was definitely trying to hit a home run just because I hadn't hit a home run up until this point. Got away from that cut swing a little bit and roll this ball over. I just need to stick with the cut swing, even if it's not producing home runs right now. I will figure it out as we go. But this is the last time we fully, I mean, I shouldn't say the last time we tried to fully swing for because we definitely tried it later in the game. But this is the last time we missed a home run swing like this. Dip in just a little bit. Then we're trying to elevate and we just roll over and get over on top. It's kind of like I'm trying to hit like the middle half of the ball in the cut swing, and I'm trying to hit underneath the ball in this baseball swing. But when I'm trying to hit underneath the ball and I dip a little bit, then it turns into a little bit of this rollover. But we ended up getting lucky and beating this ball out to 1, and we got through. Then we have the swing of the week. Bases juice. They had the walk to get our Nick Nasty, our leadoff here. Home run here wins the game, and Big Poppy does it. Ooh, look at that. Look at the ease on that swing. Said he threw him a cookie. Let's see where he pitches this ball. Oh, yeah, just a nice high. He had to lean a little bit, get that ball out of here. He sends that ball to Narnia. We end up winning our first game of the tournament. Pretty good look. Feeling much more confident going into our next game than we did after the start of this one. This is a defensive play of the week. This play, I mean, look at this freaking play. First baseman, backhand. This is Quasi, baby. Look at that. That's just a disgusting play. Let's watch that again. This is a great swing by this guy, too. There's a little flick of the wrist. Look at that. He's barely even swinging. Just flicks that baby over there, gets it right down the line. That goes through 9 times out of 10, maybe 10 times out of 10. That's just a great play. Then we get back up. I had to show the first baseman, give the first baseman a little bit of love. I've been trying to hit this line again. I don't really want to go on the ground here. I was trying to beat that through into right field and like get that to hook so I get my triple. I think G had just hit a home run, or maybe it gotten out to end the inning and I was leading off the next inning. So I was like, fuck it. I can go here and get this ball out there. And this was a nice little swing. If I can dial that in for this year, that first baseline swing, that'd be sickening. Still haven't taken a pitch yet. So we're still first pitch swinging and everything. This one we had 2 guys on. I was definitely trying to elevate this one. You can tell the difference, swinging up and feeling it up. But we got this ball in the right center. I think there was 2 outs with this swing. We're down 9-13. There were 2 outs, so that was a pretty clutch swing. I was happy with my performance with 2 outs. Like my 2-out swing, I think I was 4 or 5 for 5 on. Like I didn't get an out with 2 outs and was feeling pretty clutch mode on that. Like an extra level focus. The nerves didn't get to me. This one. So I was trying to blow middle here. Saw him starting to drop, so I adjusted my swing, tried to go a little bit more here rather than that front side middle, which I had done. And he kind of just dropped in the gap. He told me I shouldn't. He's like, I knew I shouldn't have dropped in that gap with you walking up. But that's exactly where we want that ball to go. Right at the feet of the pitcher, right at the pitching mound. Nobody on. Either G again hit a home run or got out or something like that. So I'm leading off the inning. This is the perfect time to go middle. Not trying to hit the pitcher, just trying to get in that gap. He dropped into it. Be able to beat that out. I was happy with that swing. This is the one that this is this little stupid little push side swing that's been getting me in a lot of trouble. Rolling it over, trying to overcut it, I think. I mean, everything's good there. I just got to finish a little bit more down on that swing so I can elevate that ball instead of hitting that one hopper again. Not really trying to hit home run because there's only one person on. Trying to cut that ball over there. He bobbles that. I get through. I think I get a double on this one, but that is just not the swing you want to live and die by, and that's the one that was getting me in trouble all weekend. And then, for the first time, holy shit, we took a pitch. Like, I mean, damn, that's the first time in 3 games that I took a pitch. We need to work on that because the pitches I were swinging at were not all strikes. I was just swinging to swing because I saw a spot I could hit it, which was nice, but once you take a pitch, they kind of have to force you something that you like a little bit better, and you can make it a little bit cleaner here, which is this is one of my favorite swings of the weekend. Nobody on again. Felt like I was leading off. Pepper in that front side middle, being able to squeak through there and get a single out of that. That's pretty nice. Keep the bases rolling. And we got 2 guys on here again, trying to elevate just a little bit more. 2 guys on, 2 outs. It's a 6-7 ball game. Driving the tying run. Felt pretty solid about that one. Again, just getting a little dippy on this, just to get a little bit more elevation because I couldn't figure out how to get elevation with the cut swing just yet. I think it's just a timing thing that we're going to work on. But got that ball up and over, scored the run, exactly what we want. Took another pitch. Wow, that's growth on my part. Way inside. Didn't want to turn on that. Took another pitch. Oh, and he throws way outside. So this is actually their backup pitcher. That's what happened. Their backup pitcher came in after we took a lead. And this dude didn't throw a strike in warm-ups. He threw his first strike there after a 2-0 count. Get to sit here, lock in. He throws it way inside, and we actually took a walk after not seeing a ball the entire time. So I was proud of that at bat. Definitely missed an at-bat here. I definitely had another swing here because I think we were 5 for 5 this game, and I don't know why I can't find it. But took a walk there. That's a big win. That is the game we lost. We were up 12-11, and then I think we went up. Actually, ended up going up 16-11. We were up 5 or 6 this game, and then they put in that backup guy, broke our pitcher's hand, and we ended up losing 22-21 to a team that ended up winning it. But that was an electric game. That was a battle. They were a bunch of dogs, and they were smoking the ball. It was cool to compete with them and be able to get a bunch of hits off them. Then we get to our last game. Our pitcher's out. Our morale is low. We are playing at 10 p.m. It is 30 degrees outside, and we get down early, and we just kind of stay down in this game. We only got 2 at-bats in this game. Pitchers pitch, and I know a couple guys on the New Hampshire team. And I was feeling really confident going into this game, honestly. Like, I had known a couple guys. I had beat them before on the sober teams. Felt pretty good. Really liked this swing. I was happy with this one, and it just gets snapped off. And sometimes that happens, man. I had the bobble where the second baseman dropped that one. I got on because of that when I didn't earn it, and then this one, I feel like I kind of deserved a hit and got snapped off, and that's just ball sometimes. But really liked the approach here. Elevate just a little bit on the inside pitch. I need to go a little bit more middle. I let this ball get a little bit too deep, trying to be a little bit too cute with that. I should attack it right there instead of right there. And then that ball goes middle. I'm standing on 2.
We get snapped off because of that. Not ideal. And then the last pitch of the entire tournament, or last swing of the entire tournament, this one kind of pissed me off a little bit because I should have swung at this first one. We were down big. I think we were down like 22-4 in this one. He throws me an inside ball that I should have just turned on and seen what that left field line swing looked like, and then I just got in my head and just grounded out to the dude. That was not ideal. This is one where, like, I saw the pitch was going to be a strike too late in my swing. I wasn't triggered, and then was like, oh fuck, I gotta swing and try to put this ball into that massive middle gap. So I was like, I can get it there, but I mean, you cannot roll over a ball at 50 miles an hour to the pitcher if you're going to do that. And I was just too late on this swing. And this is like Tyler Irvine talks about in his on the videos that we've done, where if the pitcher beats you and you don't have a strike on you, or a pitcher throws a nasty ball and you don't have a strike on you, you don't have to swing, like live to see another pitch. And this is definitely one where I should not have triggered on. I realized I was late, hold off on that, and then live to see another day and hit that ball into that spot. I think one thing I'm going to do in league is just like take a one pitch or one strike approach, where like try to get myself to get a strike in league and then hit with one strike, because right now I feel like I'm protecting a little bit too much with having a strike on me and like being nervous with a strike, being nervous about fouling out, which fucking everybody does, every good hitter does. All right, now I'm protecting a little bit too much for that, a little bit too antsy on the plate. Be more comfortable in one strike situations and swinging in one strike situations, and like getting yourself to one strike situations so that the swing feels good and you're swinging at balls that you are confident in swinging at. But that was our approach for this weekend. We were 13 for 17, which is a decently solid 753 average, which again, for not hitting a home run is nice, but I want the ability to hit the home run. That's the thing that we were struggling with this weekend. Felt like I was cutting the ball real well, hitting my spots, being confident in like going middle and like seeing a spot and driving it through. And BP was like next level. I'd never had a BP like that. Now it's just tying all these things together to where we are attacking the ball a little bit earlier. We were being a little bit more confident with our pitch selection at the plate, being a little bit more picky there, and then taking the balls out of the air and driving them rather than trying to pick a spot through the infield. And I think we can hit a lot more doubles, a lot more like well-stung balls, a lot higher percentage balls, and way more home runs when we need to hit the home runs. And that was a thing, like, I felt like even if we absolutely had to, I felt like I probably could have, but just didn't feel like I had total control over hitting a home run when I wanted to hit a home run, which was new to me. But again, having the 753 average with no home runs is a massive improvement for me. I've never done that before. If I'd hit no home runs in a tournament before, I was definitely batting under 500. There's just absolutely no way. So that was growth there, but now we want the ability to hit the home runs and still bat at the high average. So now it's cool to be able to pick our spots. And I think just some of this is just a transition from my last year's swing and the previous year swings, and now just going to the full cut swing with those low hands, a little bit of timing piece, and like really trying to drill those things in and being able to drive the ball with a little bit better launch angle. So that's going to be our approach. We are off a little bit here. We got like a month off until Kansas City, where we'll be outside again. Everything will be indoors until then, but we're still going to rip it, baby. We're just going to keep swinging. I appreciate you guys watching. Just keep swinging, baby. Let's go.